dolls, and happy Halloween! I hope you guys are all doing fabulous. No, I did not just recently get work done, but you'd never know, right? So this, my dears, is one of the episodes that I'm going to be doing this week, actually for the next week and a half up until Halloween, showing you guys some easy peasy Halloween costumes that you don't have to spend a butt ton of money on, because we all know Halloween costumes nowadays. I know I've spent upwards of like $200 plus on Halloween costumes, and nobody wants to do that. So I'm going to show you, this is actually my Halloween costume. It's played down a little bit. I just showed you guys an easy tutorial on how to get this easy peasy look. It cost me less than, I want to say like $10. I went to the dollar store, actually less than $5. I went to the dollar store, got some gauze, some medical tape, the eyeliner I already had at home. I did get some vampire fake blood at the dollar store, and then I spent a couple dollars on this, but everything else, the robe, everything I had at home. So this is a super easy peasy Halloween costume. As a matter of fact, this thing is bothering me. But yes, you can see it doesn't take very much. So stay tuned. I will show you how to get this look, and stay tuned for the rest of the week. If you have not subscribed, make sure you do so. I'm going to be showing you some killer costumes that won't break the bank to get you through Halloween. If you haven't figured out what you're going to be yet, I got you covered. Also, don't forget to enter my giveaway that I have going on for hitting 200 subscribers. I'm giving away the Sleek Makeup Holiday Palette. It comes with an eyeshadow palette, a blush palette, and a eyeshadow, blush, and highlighter palette. Duh! So yeah, enter right here in this video that I'm pointing to. All you have to do is go make sure you're subscribed and go comment on that video, and you are entered to win. That contest is running now through Halloween. It's running now through Halloween, so make sure you guys are entered. Also, was there something else? No, I don't think there was. So let's get into this tutorial. Okay, dolls, so the first thing I do is I pull all of my eyelash glues that are left over. I kind of save the last little bits throughout the years so I can use them at Halloween. They're basically just latex. You use them to create scarring or wounds, and basically what I'm going to do is kind of show you guys how to do that. I'm just going to make the cut lines around my face. So I'm going to take my eyelash glues and bring that around my face, outer perimeter. We're going to look like this. We're going to make it look like this is a facelift gone wrong, basically. So we're going to just, like I said, do this to the outer perimeter of the face. And then after I get everything all connected around my face, we are then going to take a brush. Make sure it's a brush you never want to use again. And we are going to go in and create the texture. The texture is what's going to make it look like a wound. So what I usually like to do is kind of create a little bit of an indentation in the center so it looks like it has the effect of that's where the deepest part of the wound is. So you're going to do this all the way around the perimeter of your face. And then you're going to want to let that dry down so that way we can go over and put makeup on top of it. So I'm just taking this old Halloween makeup palette that I had. You can use, I'm taking this deep purple. It's almost black, and I'm going to put this in the center. This is going to give it depth and dimension to make it look like the cut is deeper. And you can use any purple eyeshadow, dark purple, or you can use almost maybe a light black. And like I said, this is going to be the center of the wound. It's going to give it dimension and make it look super dark. And if you've ever seen real blood, it's not just red. So you kind of want to give it that burgundy, dry, dark look. So that's what we're going to create right now. Going to take the red in this palette, and if you don't have a palette like this, you can actually use red lipstick. That's what I did in past times, and I actually like the red lipstick better than I like the red in this palette. Again, this is a palette I think I got at Walmart years ago, or last year, I mean, or at the dollar store. I never spent anything more than a couple dollars on these, but you can use a red lipstick if you don't have this. And again, we're just going to go over that and create another layer for the blood. We're just going to keep building and adding up to it to give it a lot more dimension. If you can see that this blood color, even though it's red, it's kind of got a violety color in it, or reddish pinkish color, and that's why I like to use the red lipstick. The red lipstick actually looks a lot more red than this does. So we're gonna go in and take this reddish brown color. Again, if you don't have it, you can use a gel eyeliner or brown eyeshadow or brown eyeliner, and we're gonna again put that more in the center. This reddish brown again is gonna give it dimension and help it all blend together. And you don't have to be neat with this. I'm literally just using the same brush over and over to build up, and we're just kind of just dabbing that in there, almost sponging it in there. So you don't have to be neat or perfect with it. This is a wound. Wounds are not perfect. Now for the blood. I'm just taking this fake blood I got at the dollar store and putting it on one of my old eyeshadow palette cases, so that I can use it as a palette too, because I couldn't find any of my tiles that I use. And then we're going to go ahead and just dab over that. And once this one dries down, I actually like this one a lot. When this blood dries, it actually kind of dries down like blood does, and it kind of gets darker and kind of scabby looking. So this dollar store blood actually worked out pretty well. Again, if you don't have fake blood, what you can do is you can either take like ketchup and water. I know that's gross, but you can use that, or take red eyeshadow and water, or lipstick and a little bit of water, or lipstick and baby oil, and kind of stir it together, and that will give you kind of the same look. So there is ways around this to use just stuff that you have at home. I'm going to create the bruising around my eyes, and I'm going to go in with what I like to call the transition color and use kind of this salmony, orangey, pinky color, and we're going to go ahead and lay that down first. This is going to be for our nose job, and if you see people after they've gotten a nose job, the inner corners of their eyes are blackened. They're very bruised. So it's going to look like we got punched in our eyes. So we're going to lay that down first, and then we're going to go in. You can use any eyeshadow for this, anything that looks like this. And then I'm going to go in with this gray color. I really love this color. It reminds me of a bruise. It looks gray in the pan, but it has a purple undertone to it. So this color is so perfect for a bruise. Again, you can use any color. You can take a gray and mix it with a light purple, and it will give you this same bruised effect. effect. And we're just going to go ahead. I'm using my fingers to blend that in there because it's going to me, it just blended out so much better than with a brush. It just went on, applied better, and looked a little more realistic. So I'm going to keep going in on both eyes until I get the color the color that I want to achieve. Now I'm going to go in with this periwinkle blue purple color. And again, we're just going to go over that and keep adding dimension to it. If you ever look at a bruise, bruises are not one color. There is yellows, greens, blues, purples, black. There's all kinds of different colors because your blood vessels have been busted. So we're going to keep layering with all of these colors until we get the bruised look. And I'm also going in with that lime green color to also, like I said, add a little bit more dimension to it. And then we're going to go back in with the bruise looking color and again, just blend and blend and blend until you get the bruising effect. Back to the eyes in a little bit. I'm just laying everything down first. I'm going to go in and we're going to work on the lips. I'm using my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. Again, you can use any concealer that you have or foundation. And I'm going to use that to highlight my lips and the center of my nose. I'm going to take the NYX Wonder Pencil. It's a concealer pencil. You can use any light brown eyeliner, or if you don't have one, use a light brown eyeshadow. And we're going to overline our lips quite a bit to make them look like we just got a butt ton of lip filler put in. Now, I already get my lips done, but I am actually next month, I'm supposed to be getting them done again. So all my lip filler has faded. So I need to overline my lips to make them look bigger. So for me, I'm just going right under my natural lip line. You can take this out as far as you want to. My lips are pretty plump already, but that's why I'm just going under my natural lip line, and we're going to create a false lip line. For me, the Wonder Pencil wasn't dark enough, so I'm going to take this MAC taupe eyeliner or eyebrow pencil, and I'm going to go over those same lines just to give it a little bit more depth and shadow to make it look a little bit more real, if you will. Like, it just wasn't showing up enough. And plus, you're going to want to take to make your lips look really plump, you're going to draw a line down the center of your bottom lip and then two lines on the top lip, and that's going to create the creases and folds that you get with getting your lips done. So you're going to keep going over that until you get the look that you want. To set the liners, I'm going to go over it with my contour palette by Anastasia Beverly Hills. As you can tell, this palette is well loved. And I'm going to take that middle color in the browns. It's a very, very good gray brown. And we're going to go over what I did with the pencil. And that's just going to set everything down and give the illusion of the shadowing of big fake lips. Okay, so we are going to go in with this yellow to create the bruising that you get on your lips when you get your lips done. I bruised pretty bad when I first got my lips done. So we're going to take this yellow and start the bottom, basically the transition color for bruising. And then after that, we're going to go in with this green color. Again, you can use eyeshadows for this or anything that you have that'll work. So we're going to go in with this green and go on top of it. And then after that, we're going to build up with the blue. And then I'm going to go back in with that purple gray color. And we're just going to keep layering and then blending out. So that way it all ends up blurring together like one giant bruise. So as you can see, it looks really, really dark. So what you're going to want to do is I'm taking that Coty, whatever's left on my brush of that Coty Airspun, and I'm just going on top of it to make it look like my skin really has bruising coming up from underneath. Bruises come from beneath the skin. So you're going to want to make it look like that. The bruising messed up some of my lines, so I'm just taking my MAC taupe pencil and going back over my lines to fix anything that the bruising smeared or covered up. And then again, we're going to go back in with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Contour Palette and go back over that and set everything that we put down with the MAC taupe pencil. Now we're going to turn our attention back to the eyes. The bruising wasn't dark enough for me, so I'm going in with this yellow paint. Again, you can use eyeshadows. You can use anything that you have that will work. And we're going to go ahead and tab that into the inner corners and a little bit above. That way it gives, the transition color of bruising. And then we're going to go in with the green and dab that all on there and use my fingers to blend out. The same way we made the bruising on the lips is exactly what we're going to do to the eyes. So it's all about placement, where if you were to get punched in the nose or get a nose job, you're going to bruise all around the inner parts of your eyes. So we want to make it look just like that. And then we're going to go in with the blue and again put that over top, just dab it on there, and then I'm going to use my fingers to blend it all out. I'm going to go back in with that grayish purple color and go on top of that with this cheap little Wet n Wild brush that I also picked up at the dollar store. And I'm also going to take that into my crease on my eyelid. That's just going to help blend it all together. Now, when I actually do my costume, because this is actually what I'm going to be for Halloween, when I actually do my costume, I am going to do a little bit more with my eyeliner and whatnot. This is just a quick little tutorial for you guys, but yeah, so then you're going to blend everything out. Again, I used the what's left on the Coty Airspun brush just to again make the bruising like it's coming deep from within. And then I'm going to take a little bit of that grayish brown color in the Anastasia Beverly Hills palette and also go over it with that and give it a little bit more of dimension. And again, like I said, go over it with the Coty Airspun translucent powder. You can use any translucent powder because we want our bruises to come from beneath the skin. And this will make it look a little bit more like it's natural bruising. Going to do some actual contouring. I'm going to use that gray brown color from the Anastasia Beverly Hills, and we're going to contour our cheekbones and our chin to give it a little more definition. You want to look as fake as possible, and this is also going to help with the nose job as well. It's going to also make it look like there's some more bruising around the nose, so go ahead and contour your nose up into the crease. You're going to want to take it all the way up and then go around the little point of your nose as well. And this is definitely going to look really great with the bruising because we're not going to blend this out so well. You want it to be a little bit darker, so that way it just gives the illusion of more shadowing and bruising. It all goes so perfectly together. Also going to take it right underneath our lip line as well. That's going to give the illusion of a poutier lip. So, and then I'm going to take this little brush as well and use that on my cheekbones, and that's going to create a thinner line to make my cheeks look a little more contoured. For the fun part, we are going to create all the dotted lines across our face. So I'm going to go ahead in the center of that wound and create little cut lines. I debated doing this or not. You can actually skip this because it's not really going to be noticeable, but I thought it would help with again with the dimension and show little cut lines around my face. And then right above our eyebrows, we're going to create little arrows. That's going to give the look that's where they're going to lift our eyebrows in our plastic surgery process. Then we got to create the dotted lines for our chin implants. Lord knows I actually need one because I actually have no chin. So to be on the safe side, I switched to a pen liner, which ended up being a mistake. And now we're going to create the cut lines around our eyes. This is a eyeliner pen that I got in my Ipsy bag, and I just remembered why I don't use it because this thing leaks really, really bad. As you can see, it is just pouring out of there. So yeah, I tried wiping it off and going back with it, but as you'll see right here, while I was making the cut lines, it dropped everywhere, which is fine because what I can do is go ahead and wipe it off with a makeup wipe and clean it up a little bit. It doesn't have to be perfect because what I'm going to do is just go over it and make it look like it's part of the bruising. So it worked out luckily, but yeah, we're going to throw that eyeliner pen away. That thing is horrible. So then we're going to finish creating the rest of the dotted lines for our eye lift. By the way, I'm just using my Essence eyeliner, liquid eyeliner to do all of the dots. I really do love the Essence liner pens and liquid liners. They are amazing. Next, we're going to go in and make the dotted lines for our cheek implants. Thank God for makeup and contouring because we don't need to hack into our face. We can use makeup to create everything that we want. Now, I'm not against plastic surgery. Obviously, I get my lips done, but I definitely don't want to hack into my face that much. So now we're going to go and create the little dotted lines down our nose and around the tip of it for our little nose job. And you'll see later towards the end of the video, I ended up going a little bit higher with the little dots. I wish I would have went a little higher here, but again, you can create it as high or as low as you want. So now for our nose job, we're going to go in with the reddish brown and we're going to make it look like our nose has been hacked into a little bit. And we're going to just go around these little dots. And then we're going to also go into our nostrils because when you get a nose job, they also work on the inside bridge of your nose. So we're going to create a little bit of blood around the nostrils. And then we're going to go in with the red and go right over that brown again. A lot of dimension and depth is done with building up these colors. So again, if you look at blood, it's not red. It's a lot of dark colors, especially once it's dried. And then we're going to go into the nostrils as well. And then we're going to take our fake blood and go right over all of that and into the nostrils. Create a little bit of bruising around the nose. We're going to take that grayish purple color and just rub it right around the nostrils of the nose. And then I also take a little bit of that gray color and also rub it across my cheekbones. I just felt like this gave it a little bit more depth and dimension. And I also decided to take it up across the forehead along the wound, just again to look like it's bruising a little bit as well across the wound. You can choose to go all around the face if you want to. I just chose to stop at the forehead. Next, on to the finishing touches, just some gauze and medical tape that I got from the dollar store. So we're going to take a little strip of it for our nose job and we are going to fold it up. And we're going to place this across our nose. Now this part is optional. I ended up taking mine off at the end. It kind of bugged. I don't know. I'm a little bit of claustrophobic and I don't like anything across my nose. But yeah, as you can see, it just looks like you got a nose job done. And then it came with a bigger pack, which was a thicker set of gauze. And we're actually going to wrap this around our head. I just started right at the top and we're going to go under the chin a couple of times. And then what we're going to do is take it after we wrap it twice around our chin area. And then you'll see I'm going to take it behind the hairline or behind the ears and behind the hair around my little bun. And we are going to take the rest of it and then we're going to clip it behind the hair. And that's just going to help conceal it. And straighten it out how you want to. And you can also do like what I'm about to do. I'm going to go in with a little bit of blood and just put a little tiny bits of blood around the hairline on the gauze just to make it look like you're bleeding out into the gauze. Oh, and right here is where I also decided to take the dots a little bit higher just so they showed through the bandage. I felt like the bandage covered up so much, but it looked really good. So here's where I took the blood and just kind of dabbed it around the hairline. You can also pin back the gauze a little bit just using some bobby pins. You can pin it into the front of your hair. So anyway, this is the finished look. It doesn't take very long to complete at all. It's very simple and costs like next to nothing. All you have to do is throw on a robe and some PJ pants and some slippers, and boom, there you've got an amazing Halloween costume that looks like you spent hours to create. And really all it is some eyeliner and some fake blood and makeup that you have around the house. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I'm going to be doing a lot more simple, easy Halloween looks that you can create at home for next to nothing. I really, really hope you guys enjoyed this look. I know I did. I cannot wait for Halloween. It's my favorite time of year, and this costume is going to be killer. So if you guys like this video, please don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe, and don't forget to ring the bell. Love y'all. Bye.